Hi, my name's Burt. I've been on the Gold Coast for all my life and selling fishing tackle since I was 12 years old, which is 40 years ago now. I own a tackle shop called Burt's Tackle World here on the Gold Coast, and I fish, I do everything because it's part of my business. So I own two E-Techs. I have the E-Tech 75 on a Hornet here, and I also have a 225 E-Tech on a 680 Haynes Hunter. I use my smaller boat here for everything from chasing barramundies up in dams in northern Queensland. I use it around the estuary system and the broadwater here for chasing flatties, whiting, crabs with my kids, and I love to take it offshore on a good day. We chase anything from snapper, mackerel through to court marlin, a few marlin off it as well. It's a great boat and a fantastic motor. I also have the 680 Haynes, which I take offshore with the E-Tech 225 on it. I've had that for 12 years, the motor on that boat. I've done around 1,200 hours on it. It's never missed a beat. It's fantastic. I rely on it because I do a lot of fishing out wide, chasing blue marlin, which is sort of 60k offshore, and it's pretty important for me to have a reliable motor. Same with the E-Tech, this one here, the 75. It's unbelievable on fuel. Yeah, so Evinrude's been in my family since I was a young boy, just a few years old. My dad had a 50 horsepower Evinrude, a little half cabin boat. We used to head up the jumping pin back in the sort of early 70s, and it was great fun. And then we progressed. I got a little 10-foot tinny when I was 12 with a 3 horsepower Evinrude on the back, with a little slide throttle on the front of it. And then when I was about 14, I upgraded, got a brand new tinny with a 25 horsepower Evinrude, and my dad ended up buying a center console with a 70 horsepower Evinrude, and then progressed to here. So it's always been Evinrudes in our family. With my Evinrudes, with the E-Tech 75, I clock up around about 400 hours a year on it because my work is fishing tackle, so I have to go there and test the product and be seen on the water a lot. That's just on this boat, and then on the other boat, the Haynes Hunter, I do around about 200 to 300 hours a year. So I sort of clock up a few hours of the water. That's why I need reliable motors, pretty important for me. To me, economy is important. Out of the holes, as I said, most important. I like a quiet motor when I'm trolling. They're both, like my 225, I control dead baits for mackerel at 1 knot or even under. There's not even a wave off the boat, it's just like I'm drifting, but I'm actually in control of the boat. It's pretty hard to find a motor to do that, and it's extremely quiet. Sometimes I've got to turn the key and it's already on. That sort of stupid thing happens, but it's pretty good. Other things I like about the motor is maintenance-wise. I know you should flush your motors a fair bit. I'm probably like a pro fisherman, I don't get to do it very often, and they just keep going and going and going. So yeah, maintenance free nearly. It's pretty important, and the servicing part of it's pretty important too. Like, motors cost a lot of money. I know I've only had both motors probably serviced every 3 to, well, this one here is actually 500 hours I think, but every 300 hours, which is sort of quite often for me about once every 10 months or 2 years. So servicing costs aren't too expensive, so it's pretty good value compared to a lot of other brands on the market. I've compared 2 strokes to 4 strokes. I just believe the most important thing, especially if you guys fishing offshore, is you need that power out of the hull. Not all boats are designed to plane quite quickly, but I believe if you have a 2-stroke on the back, an E-Tech, it's a lot more quicker out of the hull. When you get that wave breaking in front of you, or you come back in and run out tide, the waves are standing up and they drop away, you need the power to be able to pull away from that wave behind you. And you don't have the time for a 4-stroke motor to wind out. You need to get straight into it and straight out of it. And that's what I like about them. Yeah, so after owning Evinrudes for 40 years, well, my father owning Evinrudes for 40 years and me for about 30, but I'd probably recommend, like, if you want a motor that's going to be used for coastal bar, navigation, for a lot of sort of skiing behind the boat or tubing or whatever the family, I definitely recommend the 2-stroke in the E-Tech, definitely by far. If you're going to want a motor that's pretty good for trolling as well, and a lot of motors oil up on trolling, these don't of course, and that's a pretty important role for me too, so I'd recommend those guys that do a lot of trolling definitely go to E-Tech. And if you just want a motor just front and broadwater, it'd be 6 horsepower or 200 or 300, yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't you?